Hi, Trevor here, reflecting on live stream music. Thank you for stopping by. Well, come in again. You're very, very welcome. It's great to see you all back. I trust you enjoyed my last video on Band of Garbage and through their song Stupid Girl. We looked at this concept of self-awareness. So I trust you found that one encouraging. Interesting question, that one. Well, we're going on to a movie that came out in 2017, directed by Michael Gracie. It starred Hugh Jackman. Of course, you know, he has done all sorts of things, from The Boy from Oz on Stage, which was to Wolverine, to obviously Les Miserables, where you know that this guy can sing, can act, can do pretty well at everything, as well as being a pretty good looking bloke. So starring him, Zac Efron, of course, got his start in High School Musical, and he's renowned for his good looks and the way that he just kind of just oozes onto the camera. So Zac Efron was there as well, Michelle Williams, Rebecca Ferguson, and Zendaya. And the movie was The Greatest Showman. Now, you probably would remember this movie. Now, I'm assuming that everyone who has seen it, probably who wants to see it, has seen it by now. And so we're just going to go through the whole thing. But if you haven't seen it, see it, because it's pretty good, this one. The Greatest Showman was based on the life of P.T. Barnum. He lived from 1810 to 1891. And he very much got the whole concept of circus into the public eye and public arena, creating the Barnum and Bailey Circus. And it was actually after Barnum and Bailey closed down, after a really, really long time in business, that this movie came out as a tribute to his life. He was an entrepreneur. He had the gift of the gab. He could talk. He had the look. He just captivated his audiences for a very, very long time. In fact, tributes have come out for him that he was the spirit of the American spirit and ingenuity. This guy was an absolute entrepreneur and knew how to do the deals. And so it's great to, I suppose, get a romanticised version of his story to the big screen. And of course, Hugh Jackman, with the way he is just the perfect guy to actually encapsulate this role. So what I thought to do in the video today, let's just go through a few of the songs that are in this movie and just give a little bit of a comment as we go. So let's start off with, at the start, the movie starts off with a younger version of P.T. Barnum imagining what life can be. And the song A Million Dreams, the great thing about this song is we get the younger version and then the older version of P.T. Barnum rocking up in the same song. And to see that the dreams that he still got are as strong as ever. And living in a world that we define, living in a world that we create. For P.T. Barnum, the world was a place of wonder, a place of magic, and a place where anything could happen. And because of that, he found absolutely amazing success with his endeavours. So we've got the movie version of A Million Dreams there for you. We then go on to pretty much the statement of this movie, that is The Greatest Show. And again, here we've got Hugh Jackman, but this time we've got a live version. So this isn't the movie version, this is actually a live version on stage, and again capturing all that is P.T. Barnum and this character. One of the things, this has got one of the favourite phrases for me for the whole movie, and that is, this is all you want, this is all you need. That part of the song is absolutely captivating, and it's a shame we only hear it once in the whole song, because it's really, really just typifying. And when I hear this part of the song, I'm kind of like absolutely captivated and wanting to hear more. Of course, all these songs were written by Ben Pasek and Justin Paul, and they've also had a little bit to do with La La Land as well. So this is the sort of images we're talking about right here. Hugh Jackman has very much been in the musical genre, but in this particular production of these songs, we've actually got a little bit more beat going on, a little bit more pop almost. And it was great to see that Hugh Jackman, who of course was also in Les Mis and their very operatic style of that, to something a little bit more lighter but more compelling probably. And so Hugh Jackman delivers on The Greatest Showman in a live version. We then got to not a musical scene, but the hiring scene, because one of the things that this movie brings out is diversity. And a lot of the people that are in P.T. Barnum Circus at this point were regarded as not normal, just people that were shorter, people that had beards that shouldn't have, all the sort of the stuff. But P.T. Barnum saw something in these guys and thought, hey, hang on a minute, we put these guys together. And I love the scene where he's painting the picture to the guy that's shorter. Hey, you can be a commander and holding your sword and brandishing your sword and captivating people and giving people a great time. Because P.T. Barnum, it was all about the audience. And so this is an incredible image here, some images of what P.T. Barnum is to get some very unlikely people to work for him. That's pretty amazing. So I think as we look around us, I think the word normal has gone, and that is that normal, it shouldn't be there at all, because for some people, normal might be a line above them that they're never going to reach and think, oh man, I'm never going to get up to there. Well, we can rub that normal line out, can't we? We can be more gracious and understanding about who people are, the fact that we're all individuals, all unique, and we all deserve a chance. So get rid of the normal line, particularly with COVID. That concept of what we know before has changed a little bit at least. So yeah, let's give people a bit more of a go. I think this is the thing from that particular scene. We then got one of these songs of The Greatest Showman, and that is This Is Me. This was sung by Keala Settle. And I've again started away from the movie version here because I've gone to a rehearsal of this song. Hugh Jackman is there in his role as producer. And you see what happens here. Keala goes from being very introverted and very unsure to absolutely commanding the room. She realizes, hang on a minute, I'm singing some words here that are pretty cool and pretty full on it. And do I really believe these words or not? When she believes the words, the performance changes. And you can see Hugh Jackman's expression, the musicians as they're playing this one live, and the way they're really getting into it. Keala actually captivates this room. And the great thing song about This Is Me is very much, hey, I don't care what the world thinks of me. I may be different, but I'm going to get rid of the normal line as well. Of course, you can tell other people to get rid of the normal line, but the best thing you can do is get rid of the normal line yourself. You might actually exceed it. This is the power of The Greatest Showman. So, of course, we've got to have This Is Me in there. And then you've got to go to to Zach and Zendaya's character in that beautiful scene where he's saying, actually, I really want you. And she's saying, what do you want me for? I'm so different. And very much carrying on with the theme of, hey, you're beautiful just the way you are. It's a beautiful thing to be able to say. And a very beautifully shot scene, this one, of the two of them doing trapeze stuff while they're singing to each other. Really beautiful scene, this one. And of course, we've got Philip, who is P.T. Barnum's partner, and Anne Wheeler, who was Zendaya's character, getting together and doing what they do. What a beautiful thing love is when it can just cast a blind eye to the things which may be in front of you. It doesn't matter. You're in my life. That's all that matters. And so we've got that scene there as well. We then got the realization scene at the end from now on. Now, P.T. Barnum in the movie had gone from being this very meek and mild kind of nobody knows me character to everybody knowing who these guys are, princes and kings calling his name. He had become an absolute worldwide phenomenon, and actually got the word right there. And in the process, he was forgetting what was important, including those characters that he employed back in the hiring scene. They were kind of getting forgotten. And so from now on, and I think at this point there was also a fire that burnt down his complex, and so he had to think about, what am I going to get back from this? And so we got from now on, and I think there comes a point when all of our lives, when we have these from now on moments where we think, well, I can't keep doing what I was doing in the past because the past is no longer relevant. I was seeking fame. Fame was actually not as good and as exciting as I thought it was going to be. The best thing we can do with life is actually to do life with the people that are around us. and to realize that they always are going to be important. You know what? Because they know who you are. And if I go back to that scene in Inception, that movie with Leonardo DiCaprio with the spinning top, that was the thing that he knew that he was in the real world. And I think we've got to always know where the real world is, because if the world is to get a little bit out of control and a bit busy, we've got to know where the real world is, so we know who we are in that real world. And so we've got from now on, of course, there's another massive number for The Greatest Showman. So I trust you'll enjoy all those clips. How many we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I've also included my last video just for something completely different on garbage. But again, self-awareness is a beautiful thing, which is what Hugh Jackman's character discovers at the end of this movie. Self-awareness is so, so important. You have the nice house, the lots of money, all of the rest of it, but if you lose yourself in the process, there's no point. In fact, Zac Efron in the second High School Musical series was struggling with that very thing, and that is he was going to becoming quite popular with people spending money on him, and he was forgetting about his friends. And so from now on, it happens in all sorts of movies. So good on you, Benja and Justin, for writing such incredible songs for this, such a compelling story, this one. Well done, Hugh, for giving this story and this character a bit of a go, and for the whole massive team of people that got behind him to actually bring The Greatest Showman to the world. It's grossed about $435 million on the box office. Is pretty cool. There's been a few awards, no Academy Award, but certainly Billboard Music Awards and a Golden Globe Award, because that song, This Is Me, was quite a successful song as well. So if any of the Greatest Showman team are watching, thank you for what you brought to this world. This movie was an absolutely breath of fresh air when it came out, and it deserved the success it's received. Now, $500 million is pretty good. And so, please have a look at the clips below, as you always do. So, if this is your first time to Life Reflections Through Music, or you've come back for another one, thank you to everybody for doing so. It's great to see you all here. As you can see, we go into all sorts of genres here. We're up to The Greatest Showman in my song list. So that's it for today. Next time we're going to go on to Aussie band Chocolate Starfish. You're thinking, well, that's an interesting name. Well, absolutely. So until then, I'll catch you around. Bye for now.